So my struggles before I came here, I just got too entrenched in my story. The story of pain, so I had to take my pain meds. I still had pain, so I just kept taking more and more and more. And to the point where I was just totally abusing them, and I couldn't function without my medications. I felt like it was validated, right, because the doctor was giving them to me. Of course, I was taking 10, 20, 30 times, getting it from the street, and it still was never enough. So I had this story going, no matter what I do, it will never be enough. I've got the whole history of alcohol and all sorts of different drugs. Well, I knew 2 years ago, I knew I needed help, right? Every so often, I'd get these messages going, you're not making it. Like when I started thinking seriously about then my family would be better off without me, start making plans for checking out, I go, wow, I think I might need help. So 2 years ago, I did a Google search for addiction and shamanism, and I found the sanctuary. The doctor was, I had a lot of resistance to that and hesitation, given my experience with doctors, and she was just amazing. And the detox, it was not easy. Like, part of me wished I had detoxed before I got here, but there was a part of me knew if I went into a white wall hospital setting, the rebel in me would just go, to hell with it. So detox was difficult, yet there was, with the support of the community and the doctor who helped explain what was happening, and that it kept reassuring, yes, things will get better. I guess I allowed myself to open up to possibility, to trust.
Yeah.
I'm amazed how the staff would make the program unique for each person. So how everything sort of is fit together for wherever I'm at that time. So on one hand, 30 days seems like forever, but I feel like I've got here yesterday, and I feel like I got here a year ago. It was how all the pieces fit together. So the shift in food was huge before and after. Eating healthy, all of the insights on nutrition, the nutrition classes, the meals, every meal being healthy, and access to new habits, like new drinks. Yeah, so the food was a big piece. The intention walks in the morning, being on a beautiful piece of land, and the community, like groups, which has been very hard for me because I tend to be a little introvert and shy, and the dynamics that happen with the community is a key component. So, and on top of that, there was all of the other tools with Dr. Joe, with what's called the journey work, right? The homework assignments of going into my own belief systems. So there was the head piece, right? Of like having to really tease apart my disempowering beliefs, those stories that I just bought into, and that was painful. It was hard, and it was a crucial piece. And then once having a handle on all my coping strategies, all the ways that I have kept myself small, kept myself isolated, with the awareness of that, and then bringing it to the fire, bringing it to the sweat lodge, bringing it to the breath work, just it was like I could tap into something that really opened it all up. Allowed for a big, very big shift. And I don't even know if I could put words to it, but it was a shift on many levels. The groups and my therapy one-on-one with the staff, and their breadth of knowledge was, I was just awestruck. right? That there was a level of connection that could happen in therapy on the one-on-ones where I felt seen in a way that was totally unique. So, and helped me to see patterns that I think I knew, but I didn't want to acknowledge. Yeah, funny how that works. So the process of doing the heart math and the brain map was quite an eye-opener for me. So the whole idea of mapping my brain, where they put the cap on you and put it into the computer, and then at the end of the 30 days, doing it again and looking at before and after, was just a big wow. The scientific background was crucial. It was a very important part because it gave, with the movies, with the group discussions, with even on the one-on-ones, to learn how the way things happen in our brain, the connection between our body, what is getting produced, and how that impacts all of that research was provided in very concrete, easy to understand ways. So that was a key component, was getting the background, also with the nutrition factor. It was a lot of things just happened from day one, where I felt like I was thrown right away into the process of being present. And it's been, a lot of times at dinner I talk about just riding the waves, because it wasn't always really beautiful and smooth and flowing. There were some really hard times too. And I think for the first time I truly stayed, like trusted, and just stayed in the muck as well as in the beautiful moments as well. The way it looked to me was things were not happening in my brain. It was just pretty dead, no activity going on in certain parts. And at the end of the 30 days, it was just like a flash of all these different colors and passageways of how certain parts of my brain were interacting with other parts. And to me, it was pure. There it was right in front of me of how even in my brain, I've become more alive. Now I have the tools. Now I know that that power is inside me. So magical is not, nobody did this, nobody gave this to me, this process here at the sanctuary. It was something that I totally showed up, even though I didn't want to. Every cell in my body was scared and didn't want to. Yet there was also a part of me that says, wow, I know I want to be fully alive. I don't want to be deadening myself anymore. Yes, I think I'm very different. Yeah, big changes have happened. Big changes. And I can feel it in the way I walk. When I arrived, getting up out in the morning was torture. It normally takes me 2 hours to get up and moving. And now it's like I'm up and out the door, 10, 15 minutes. I feel incredibly optimistic. I feel very empowered in a way that I've never been able to feel before. So I'm excited about going home, going back to my business, going back to my sons, and with a lot of new tools, new tribes, so to speak, and with an enthusiasm. Yeah, it feels real good, real good. Excited, I'm excited.